okay today, this fine Sunday afternoon. At least where I'm at, it's afternoon. Might be a little earlier for some of you folks to the east or west. A little later than ones to the east. However that works. Different time zones, of course. Oh, goodness sakes, goodness sakes. Well, I've got a few of my screenshots together. I found most of the ones I want, except I gotta go look back at another phone or two for the nasty ones, what I call porn book shots, where they send all these pictures of girls and stuff wanting to, you know, be your Facebook friend. I've got to get on a couple other devices to find them. But some of the fake accounts and the reports and their decision stuff, I've already found them. So I'm about halfway through with gathering up the pictures I'm going to put in the window. Uh, Another hour or two, I'll have them all picked out. What's up there, Mr. Will? And then I'm going to walk down here and see if I can get them printed today. Or if I drop them off today and have them printed tomorrow, it'd be fine with me. But I need to get them printed up and then get me some laminate so I can seal them in laminate. Because, I mean, it's worthless to buy them and not seal them in laminate. They would last to the first rain and then they wouldn't be no good. So I got to laminate them. Oh, I missed you last night. Well, heck, I missed a lot of people last night, but it wasn't a very long one anyway. I was kind of happy people weren't there. Man, going back over these screenshots and stuff, some of the shit those people talked. Yeah, yeah. I forgot all the bullshit and stuff that they posted and talked. All someone's got to do is go back and look at everything that they said and posted. They contradict themselves and everything. Oh my gosh, it's pitiful. Ah. Yo. Sue Money. Ha ha ha. Who wants to guess who that is? What's up, Frankie? Oh, on my side it says I got one. It says I got one. One like and one person watching. It always lies to me. Oh, I don't know about wisdom. I mean, I do have a few years of wisdom from life. Thank you. Big Frank. 30. Oh, now it says 15. Now it says 11. It's Sophie. Burr. Yeah, right. Whatever chips your trigger there, L. Ah, Old Town Road. Ah, Hang on a sec. Getting ready to do a little tour outside. Another day I don't have to run air conditioning. I'm so happy. Hey, my friends, if you don't think people belong in jail for weed, go to 420gym.com or screenshot that right there. And remember, it was our Creator that gave us every herb-bearing seed. It's in the first chapter of the Bible. Just like I do truly believe that everyone on this planet needs a little Jesus. If you come by, if you happen to be in Joplin, come by, donate a penny, a nickel, a dime, a hug, whatever. I'll give you a marker and you can tag the Cannebago. Damn, tongue-tied. And I'll give you a little figurine if you like. You don't have to make a donation for the figurine. I give them out to anybody because everybody needs a little Jesus. As you may know or not know, I'm banned on Facebook permanently. Today, tomorrow, somewhere, it's going to be in the windows. I'm banned from not only Facebook permanently, I'm banned from Walmart's. Let's see how long Walmart wants to keep me banned from them. And please don't be like some of the, well, not some of, most of the fools think that I'm talking about being banned from Walmart because I parked there or tried to do my petition or sleep there. And it has nothing to do with any of that. Nothing to do with any of that at all. It has to do with they don't like me and they don't like my name. They blame it on my vehicle. The last rampage, they say it's from soliciting because that sign. Well, that sign don't ask for nothing except their customers not to come up and ask me if I'm selling weed because I'm there shopping or cooking dinner or something, you know what I mean? But it just got that ridiculous right now with Walmart. They're really showing their ass. I'm seeing, it may be because of my complaint or whatever, but the algorithm's showing me a whole lot of beefs and complaints about Walmart now. A whole lot. Oh, I don't know if you smoke crack or not. I don't. Nope, that's not for me. I don't think you should smoke no crack. Actually, we shouldn't smoke nothing. You should be eating cannabis. But I smoke it, so I know what you mean. I think I got somebody impersonating one of our regulars. I can't see real good until I get back inside because the change in light, but I'll see here in a minute. I want to make sure I'm seeing things right. Sometimes I make a mistake. Of course, the only one that was perfect, they crucified. So we can't be perfect. That don't mean we can't try. What's this? I gotta go back and read some stuff. Move! Move! Some of this stuff is just absolutely stupid if I'm reading it right. Spray for it was my sister. What's SRY for that was my sister? Sophie, what'd you say? I don't even know what that burp or whatever means. So that didn't offend me. I'm like, what the heck is all this stuff I'm reading? You're young, L. I don't care. And what do you mean Glock? Oh, sorry. Okay. Your U.S. flag looks like it's getting ready to fall. Let me look at that. Is it just leaning over? Hang on. Thank you, Frankie. Yeah, no, it's the wind blowing that way and the RV on a natural list that way. It kind of bends it out a little bit, but it should be okay. Thank you. And thank you for telling me about the SRY, because I'm thinking, that's why I didn't want to say something. You know, I'm thinking, damn, and I wasn't reading things right or didn't understand them, so thank you. Yeah, Glock is pistol, I know that. So I'm young pistol, is that what that's supposed to mean? Hey, Ray, I know what a Glock is. Owned a couple. But I just wasn't putting everything together. Damn, Mr. Ray, you lost ranking. You're number 3 today. How you doing, bud? Oh, man, Will, I hear you. Thinking about doing my windows this afternoon. I'm so tired of looking through screenshots. And I got to probably fire up my laptop. I'm sure that's where those are. Or one of my older phones, because I got a lot of screenshots of what I call porn book. Anybody remember when I did that porn book stuff and all, whatever? It'd be a lot easier if somebody could send me some of that stuff instead of me having to look it up. I can't look it up on Facebook because I'm not allowed on Facebook, but I got hundreds of thousands of pictures to go through. It amazes me how many screenshots and pictures. And I'm not even looking at pictures. I'm only going to the category screenshot. Oh, no, hey, yeah, you do. It's right in front of you, Will. It's called Revelations. It's spelled out right in front of you, and that's exactly what's happening. Whether one believes it or not, or wants to believe it, or to what extent they believe it, whatever. You know? Oh, Woody LePage, I just seen a screenshot where he made one of the stupidest statements in the world. He puts on there, anybody with a 5th grade or more education pretty much knows the earth is round, and I'm so stupid for being a flat earther. Man, some people are dumber than a box of damn hammers. You know? I don't go around saying he don't even have a 5th grade education because the government screwed his mind over as a kid and made him think he's on a spinning ball. Now, I can think that all I want, but, you know, I don't put that out on the internet and try and make someone think he's stupid or something because of his beliefs. But to me, that is just and you know, the thing is, once he dies or whatever, or when truth comes, because eventually the truth comes out, you think he'll apologize or anything for being such a dumbass and calling me one? Hey, I don't mind if people think the earth is round. I don't mind if people think it's flat. I don't mind if they think it's in the shape of a pyramid. Ain't nobody been out in what they call space to look and show a picture of it back. No one, not even NASA. How the hell did anybody know what it looks like really, except the Creator? I know because of what the Bible tells me. The book of Enoch, the books that they leave out and stuff. I know exactly how it looks. I know about the angels on the four corners. And I don't care what dumbass says that you can mathematically make four corners on a globe. That's a dumbass. You cannot. But, it's really something how they try and put me down and everything. And their best thing that Scott Winslow Albert can come up with me is, I don't even have the education of a fifth grader because I think the world's flat. Yeah, Frank, yeah, I know. So no one can see it. So y'all can't even look it up for me. But I don't know. Some people, they have funnies, and they save, like me. I see something funny, I screenshot it. I've got it saved, and that's from ever since way back. But there's still posts here and there that come out. Like, I don't know if the Jimbo can't be stopped or any of my other pages that people can get on that I can't. Any post out there that one can find, it might not necessarily be on this last account, you know what I'm saying? But if anybody comes across any of those, or if you come across where you reported an account and you can get that to me, find it, screenshot it, whatever, please give it to me ASAP. Yeah. Oh, I heard him a couple months ago. I think he was at the church playing or whatnot. And he was at the piano and he says, "Look, folks, I'm just going to say it. I am Elvis. That's it. I'm done with it," or something to that point. And went about, his preaching, whatever. Hey. The sad thing is, I don't care. I mean, I don't care. I've got nothing against Elvis. I like his music and all. And if he had to do that to get away from what he calls the mafia, or if it's just to get away from Hollywood or whatever, I respect him for that, It's a shame that he'd have to hide and do that just to get away from the people. But hey, I know how he feels. I'm nowhere near the fame of Elvis. And look what I put up with. So I couldn't imagine if I had the people, the fans, the hate and whatnot that Elvis did. I know exactly why he did that, if that's what he did. You know what I mean? People don't realize how a person that's out here in public and all the time gets ridiculed for no reason. Sure, we got lots of people that love us, like Elvis. He's got lots of people that love him. But he's got a few people that don't like him, don't like his music and all because they're into other things, whatever. And there's people that literally hate him because he's got more than what they got or whatever. Same thing in my life, man. Look at the trolls in my life. I ain't did nothing wrong to none of them. The only thing I've done was try to help or anything. And look at the shit that I went through. I just refuse to go through it anymore. And I'm the bigger, better person and move on. When they got me blocked off of Facebook, they showed me that was one of the best things in the world that could happen. They were too dumb, just like they were too dumb on that auction that could have got rid of the RV that didn't. The one that Scott keeps hollering, "I didn't do that, I didn't do that." The more he hollers he didn't, the more I know it's him or one of his friends. But yeah, I'm sure that they thought it was good and funny at first, and they give old Don, prompts on it. Wow, you did what we couldn't do, whatever. But in the long run, they ain't very happy about it, I guarantee you. Not very happy about it at all. People put too much belief and shit in the AI. AI is controlled by the puppeteers, the elite. Whatever they want AI to tell you is what AI is going to tell you. I don't care if people believe that or not. But it just like everybody thought computers were so smart and stuff. Oh, AI couldn't even tell people who I was or nothing. And look how popular I've been on the internet. No, it proved to me AI is just like a computer. Everybody thinks a computer is so smart and stuff. No, absolutely not. A computer's only smart as the person that programmed it. The information fed into it is all it knows. And the same with Alex, AI, or all. Well, they always tell you, doing research through such and such, I come up with this or that or this or that. They want you to think that AI's got a mind of its own, it can take over the world and this, that, and the other. And hey, it can't. It has to have a demonic spirit or something to do that through a person. But the computer, that machine, that AI himself, he ain't bullshit. He's only as smart as the person pushing the buttons or reading the tapes or whatever to control it. They can't control man, so they built machines they can control. That's AI. Or my perspective of AI. It's not going to be machines wanting to take over the world, and do it. No, they're going to want to do it with the humans because the elite are the only ones that want to be here on the planet, and they don't need humans no more. Remember them guide stones that they put? And it's awful funny that someone finally blew them up because there was a hole that you could look through. And you could always see, I forget what it was. But that proved we weren't on a spinning ball. There's no way you could have done that. But it's okay. People can think I'm stupid for thinking the world's flat, but that gives me the right to think they're stupid for thinking it's round, right? But like I say, quit fighting over it. Who gives a shit? It's planet Earth. People tell me that there's blacks and Jews and Chinks and Japanese and Russians. And this. No, we're human beings. We all come in this world naked and nothing. We leave naked and nothing. You have human beings, and then you have the fallen angels. Rest are animals. Well, we're animals, they say, but we're not. We're spiritual beings. They classify us as animals. That's why everybody's, oh, we're just animals. No, we're really not. Man tells you that. We are spiritual beings, and we're either going to be heavenly spiritual beings or we're going to end up being demonic beings. But that's what we are. No, you know that they've always said that the humans are animals. We're supposed to be the highest animal in the food chain and all that crap. Animal instincts, as they say, and all. No, they've always classified human as animal. Yeah, that star. Now, if you're on a spinning ball, that's what I say. If we're on a spinning ball, we couldn't be looking at the sun. We couldn't be looking at clouds. We couldn't be looking at nothing Now, if I grew up and they said the whole universe was spinning, everything on was spinning, okay. But I know damn well you get on something going around, I don't care if it's an excavator. Get in an excavator, pick your bucket up, and go left or right, and just keep going. Everything's a blur as you go by. You know what I mean? Oh no, I never heard him claim that the whole universe is spinning. I haven't heard that. Nope. They say the Earth is spinning like this. They got three different things. We're spinning and we're moving and we're something else. That can't make sense. And if you look in the book of Enoch, really look in the book of Enoch, it tells you the four corners. The four portholes of wind, north, south, east, and west. It tells you how the sun moves and how the moon moves. It don't say one damn thing about how the earth moves. Oh, I know they claim now that we speed it up. And they claim that the Earth's core is metal now and not molten lava. Let me ask you a question. Okay? The sun's billions of miles away, like they say, right? Way farther than the moon, way out there, right? Okay. And our oceans go miles deep, right? Let's go down first. My question would be, because I'm a diver, and I do know, the deeper I go down, the colder it gets. That's digging too, with these wells and stuff, you know. Ground temperature's cool up here, you know, that's why you bury your... The closer you get to the center of Earth, the deeper you go, the colder it gets. Let's just say it's in the ocean. How can that be? How can that be if the Earth has that molten core or whatnot? How come it gets colder instead of hotter as you go down? Now let's go to space. As soon as you start getting above the stratosphere, you'd be frozen like a popsicle. How can that be? As you're going up in that rocket, you're getting closer and closer and closer and closer to where the sun is. I think they got things a little backwards in our world. But they do it on purpose. And see, a lot of people don't think about that. But if you go up, it gets cold, not hot. If you go down, it gets cold, not hot. Just the opposite you would think. But take coffee, for instance. They tell you to drink coffee to warm up. That would be pure bullshit according to our body chemistry. You put hot liquid in your body naturally starts to cool. If you put cold liquid in your body starts to naturally heat up. So when people say eat ice cream on a hot day, actually you're kind of defeating the body's own system. But we always believe what we're told. Not me. Not me anymore. Well, you know, when you tell a lie, they got to keep coming up with more and more and more and more and more lies. Just like I'm starting to believe more and more and more that they're going to bring out this big alien invasion, the Project Bluebeam, this ship that's coming to Earth. Man, wouldn't it be something if during, like, say that there is a rapture and the true believers who believe, you know, are taken up in the clouds? That'd be their way of explaining that, wouldn't it? Oh, that was You know, oh, that had nothing to do with the Bible or God or nothing. No, that was aliens. They just, you know, zapped people and vaporized them, killed them and whatnot. But there's a lot of different minister stuff think that's exactly what the alien invasion, Project Bluebeam, and everything's going to try and cover. Because can you imagine? All of a sudden, one day I'm sitting here and cars just start veering off the road. There's nobody in them or nothing. Or somebody walking across the parking lot and disappeared in front of you or something. That'd freak you the hell out, wouldn't it? Especially if you didn't know the Bible or anything. Wouldn't that just freak you the hell out? Well, they're either going to fake it or cover it up. Now, they may try and fake it. They may not be. See, hey, Big Stink, there's people out there that that believe in Jesus, but they don't think there's going to be a rapture. And they think we're all going to be here through it. And you know me, I don't know one way or the other. I really don't. I don't know one way or another, nor do I care. I'm going to try and be as Christ-like as I can in case there is one. I don't have to go through this tribulation coming up, if there is. If not, oh well. You know, I know we have to stick it out. So I'm not really convinced, although I've been preached that in the Bible. It don't make sense to me on one thing. It says where two people are walking, one will disappear. Why is that? If that's the case, you're telling me that 50% of the world's Christian and 50% ain't? Or 50%? How could you put a number like one will and one will not be? You know what I mean? So I have a little problem with something like that. And like I say, I don't know, but I don't care. My goal is to live as close to Christ as I can until I'm dead. Whether I'm raptured or not. That's the goal. Or in my book, that's the goal. Let me read this restricted message up here so I can respond to it here. Oh, yeah, absolutely, Will. When you see that. But see, I don't know. I don't know. There's so many things out there that prove everything now and people don't see it. There's a lot of people that just refuse or will not open their eyes, will, no matter what. And it's going to, once they take that mark, it tells you. I mean, I've actually seen a video on TikTok come out or something that says, well, there is still a way, you know, if you take the mark of the beast, no, there's not. I don't believe there is. I mean, that's one thing that stands out like the Ten Commandments. That is something that will not be forgiven if you take that mark. And I wholeheartedly believe that. But there's preachers out there preaching now that, you know, no, you can. And, but then again, there's preachers that preach a lot of things. Good for him. Good for him. Man, you see them little robot on the sidewalk? I see videos of them all the time malfunctioning. You seen the bigger, taller robots? Well, they got a shorter one, about half the size, whatever, and he's dancing in front of people. And he trips and then he goes crazy, just swinging. And man, if anybody got near him, he would have hurt him really, really bad. It's stupid to think, you know? Yeah. Oh yeah, just wait until all them trucks get on them roads and stuff, all them major accidents and stuff. But see, that's why they're trying to get everybody off the street, all your homeless and everybody, Look, they're rounding up people left and right in places now. It's a crazy world we're living in. You make it to where nobody can afford food and housing and stuff, and now you're starting to go around and at first you're picking up all the people on drugs and mental, as you call it. But we're right around the corner, folks. Everybody else is right around the corner, and people don't realize that. They told you in 2025. They told everybody that listen. When all this started to roll out, all this started rolling out, all that, they told you by 2030 you will own nothing and you will like it. Yeah. They want to pick you up, put you in a place to live. You live by their rules, their culture, their everything. Or you're not going to exist. They've already said it. Just whether people believe it or not. Oh, I believe it. They're pinky in the brain bullshit. And, when they come right out and tell you what they're going to do, they're going to do it. People don't think so. And I have people, well, they didn't get it done by 2021 because it used to be called Agenda 21 for many years. And I didn't ever put the 2021 to the reference until the pandemic and everything. And I'm like, holy shit. And all that did was extend it another 10 years. That's all it did. They done warned us about it. 2030. All you nice smart cities and stuff. Yeah, it's coming. Will, if that's meant to be, it will happen. If it's not meant to be, it won't happen. But yeah, him and Trump's got together pushing this AI really, really, you know, and they're showing all the things, but they're not showing the screw ups and stuff that the robots are doing. You know, they're like humans; they're not perfect, man. Just like a human can make a mistake, a robot can make a mistake. So when it comes to walking or anything else like we do, they're not perfect in no way, shape, or form. And let something glitch their program at all or anything, and boom, catastrophe. The AI is not the Antichrist. Now, AI can be taken over and programmed by the Antichrist and stuff. Demonic could influence, I'm sure. See, this all goes back to Adam and Eve and that tree of knowledge. We weren't supposed to know about computers and anything or whatnot. We were supposed to have simple lives tending to this wonderful planet we're on. We weren't supposed to know makeup and war or any of that stuff. How to make a gun, how to make metals or anything. What are you doing, Jack? Betty! Betty, boop, boop. Betty! Betty, 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 Betty. How you doing, little Betty? Hi. How you doing? Let me show you off. Let me show you off. How you doing? Oh, you can't sit good. Is that better? How you doing, little girl? It's my baby here. It's my little baby. Oh, you're my baby too, Einstein. You're my bigger baby. Yeah, you're my bigger baby. That's all. Oh. Well, what do you think they're doing right now, Will? They meet every year. All these foreign leaders meet every year. They already do that, Will. They've already got all that shit figured out, done. But they got to make all these wars of confusion stuff to keep the masses. Yep, it's all coming to one world watch. Now they got to bring someone on stage if they're not here already. That's going to bring everybody together. I know you here. I think we got to, of course, nobody knows when the time or the year is. I've heard people say this, and this. I can just go by what the elite have put out to us. What's that place called? It's got the flags. United Nations. Yeah. The one guy that retired from there or stepped down, whatnot, that something Krauts or whatever. Yeah. But you can still go to their websites and stuff and do a little research. They're proud of it, just like Agenda 21. You can go read it and study it all you want. It's there. Why is that there if that's not what they're going to do? They got to put it, well, they think they have to put it in front of us. Now, whether or not they have to, I don't know. But I do know they like putting everything right in front of your face and laughing at you. Just like April Fool's Day. There's a better chance that Christ was born on April 1st than December 30th. People can laugh at me at that comment all they want. But that's just the truth. He was not born in the middle of winter. He was born between March and April. Now, I'm used as a deceiver of this planet. Well, to me, that'd be the biggest deception, or one of the biggest deceptions that Satan could do. Make everybody not know his real birthday. You know, give him a Santa Claus and a ho-ho-ho fat jolly suit and presents. When it was really on a day that, hey, I fooled everybody. Let's call it April 1st, April Fool's Day. Wouldn't it be something if the devil made a fool out of every one of us here and that don't know his true birth date? Which I don't know it. I'm not going to tell you it's April 1st. But I know damn well there's just as good a chance it was April 1st as it was December 25th. I think it's a better chance. Damn it, I'm good at losing my damn glasses. Where'd I put them this time? Oh, I folded them up. There's not a dollar thing around, or I'd get me some more. They want $3, $4, and $5 everywhere else. Me, I'm cheap. I wait till I go buy a Dollar Tree. They're $1.50, $1.75, I guess now. They're still cheaper. Yeah. See, that's what I do. I don't worry about whether the rapture's coming, when it comes, or whatever. If there's a pre-rapture or just... It don't matter to me. That's the whole thing. One has to be ready the whole time. There's so many people that think that they're saved and they're not. But what can you say? Well, and hey, Will, that would be great, and that would be great. But what we teach our children, that it was Christ's birthday. There's where my problem is with the Santa thing. I like the festive, the holiday and all, but if you really read the real story behind Santa Claus and all, you won't like it. No, not at all. Go read the history behind it and all. And there's no wonder they turned it around. But to have a holiday for, celebrate kids are good for the year and all, I'm all for that. But you don't tell the world that was Christ's birthday. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they use it to distract. And see, that's wrong. I was taught that Jesus was burnt on Christmas, and that was his birthday, and when we celebrate his birthday, and that's why we all got gifts. I'd never teach a child or a grandchild or any of that bullshit. But see, I didn't know no better then. Now I do. And if I step up Christ-like, and I take that step, cool. If I don't, then how am I a devoted Christian and believing in the Lord and all? See, once your eyes are opened up to something, that's when it counts. Like, if you go through life only knowing Jesus as your Lord and Savior, these people that say, oh, no, his name's Joshua, blah, 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 you ain't going to... I think there's something wrong with them. Because there's a lot of people that never heard the true name. And they call upon what they figure is Yahshua, Yahweh, whoever. You see what I'm saying? But once you know, okay, once your eyes are open, like the Bible says, don't forget my name. Now, I've always knew him as God and Jesus. Well, if you go back to the very beginning, it's I am. Okay? So at best, I should be calling him I am. But it does say don't forget his name. Now, the best I can track down the names are Yahweh and Yahshua. That makes me happy using them. But what I'm trying to say is, if you never heard his real name, like me, all the years through my life, if I'd called upon Jesus, asked him for salvation, and I lived his life like, for the Father and all, I don't think he'd have any problem whatsoever being called Jesus. Just because we didn't have J's back in the day and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're brought and taught up like that. When we go to judgment, that's why it's judgment. We're going to be judged by the knowledge we were taught and what we know. I'm sure of that. So if you grew up only hearing the word Jesus, you're going to hear people say, well, you ain't saved or nothing because that ain't his true name. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. Just like people say, well, you got to learn God's name. You can't just call him God or Lord. I don't believe that at all. I think it's once you learn something, because we're told to study the Bible, to learn. And don't forget my name and stuff. Well, if you never knew his name, how could you forget it? So that's where the studying comes in. Just like once I read the book of Enoch, if I went back to thinking that we was on a spinning ball, on Judgment Day, that'd be held against me. I'm sure. Because I didn't take the time to find out. Well, heck, all over the Bible itself, it talks about the four corners, it talks about this, it talks about that. If you just read the Bible and then go look and say, wow, why would they leave these chapters out of the Bible? Well, first book someone usually looks at is Enoch. Jubilee should probably be one of the first ones. Jubilee will tell you about the calendar. There's only 28 days in a month, but there's 13 months. And that's all on a turtle shell. But, Pope thought he could change it, just like he did the Sabbath. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, on our death, if I just know Jesus is Jesus and God is Lord, they're not going to hold that against me. Maybe the fact that I hadn't studied and whatnot, and I won't get as many rewards as I want. But I think if I study and I learn their names and I address them by their names or whatever, I think everything's just fine. Maybe I get just a little bit more reward for studying the Word. Don't know. But I always knew that his name wasn't God or Lord. That's why the Bible, basic instructions for leaving Earth. People should be reading and trying. Me, I like to try and study and find out. Before, I was never like that. And the only thing that opened my eyes was the book of Enoch. Of course, that was the first book I looked at, too, outside the Bible. And I'd never paid attention, and I'd been through the Bible a couple times and never really paid attention to the names, and did not even know that Enoch's name was in the Bible until I read the book of Enoch. I paid no attention to Enoch's name being in the Bible, and it's actually in there, and he explains he didn't even die. Enoch didn't die. He's one of a couple of people that did not die. So, but that book's not for everybody. They start learning about the Nephilim and the giants and stuff like that, and that we don't live on a spinning ball. It goes against what they think, and they put it down, and they don't want nothing to do with it. Just like the book of Jubilees and stuff. Heck, I can't wait to get into the other ones. Yeah. Well, one thing I do know, the Creator and the Savior know your heart. It says the Creator knows the number of hairs on your head. So, the Creator knows our heart and our spirit. You can't hide your heart. And I think that's where it's all going to come. But we do have to be careful what we speak. People don't realize it. It took me a long time to realize it, and I'm still trying to control my mouth, and it's still the hardest thing on earth to do. But we can do a lot of harm and hurt and stuff just with our words. So, I try to advance and get a little bit more better and better and better and better. Well, heck. I guess I got some windows to paint this afternoon. Well, it's not just about helping yourself, though. Come on, these things. I like what you're saying there. But it's not all about helping yourself. It's about helping others. That's what we're here for. That's one of the big tests and everything. Not what you do for yourself, but what you can do for others. You know, uh, or that's my thought. Yeah, you just can't do nothing. Absolutely. I don't know. Will, I don't know. It was found at a different time, but who told you when it was wrote? And let me ask you this. How about all that stuff hidden down that the Vatican has and stuff like that, the Pope and have? All the scroll, all that stuff is hidden where we can't see. How come a lot of the stuff in the book of Enoch I have personally witnessed with my own eyes? You know what I mean? Yeah. If I was looking through the book of Enoch and the shit didn't add up, I'd say, whoa. But no, the book of Enoch definitely should have been in the Bible. Definitely. Maybe not back in that day and age. And see, somewhere I think it says, or someone's description was, the reason the book of Enoch was left out was we would get it when we're ready for it. And back, 50 years ago, they weren't ready for the book of Enoch. Hell, most people ain't ready for it now. But more are ready for it now than they ever would have been. Because now they actually believe in UFOs and stuff. Which, yeah, they come from under the ocean. They're here. They're the fallen angels and shit. Has nothing to do with outer space. Absolutely, Big Stank. That's what we were supposed to eat, was the fruits and vegetables. But see, we don't have the regular sun right now. Them days are gone, my friend. Them days are gone. Absolutely, Will. Absolutely. Spread the word. Absolutely. People say, well, you can't change the Bible. And I'm like, bullshit. It tells you right in the Bible that if any man changes it, basically, that they would be, really, really, really severe consequences. Huh. Why would that be in there if that wouldn't be true? And see, the Bible wasn't wrote by one person or nothing. It's, all put together and everything. But man can twist and turn and put their interpretation in. King James is on what, their 13th edition? Go read the first edition and 13th, man. They had this like. I wondered why, because back in the day, I didn't read the Bible that much. But every once in a while, I'd pick it up and I read it, and I'm like, man, I don't remember it. Okay. And if you look at it, I'm like, wow, I don't really remember that. Really, wow, okay. But see, now I know. They keep revising the damn thing and changing them. Oh, I don't either. I don't pray to the universe. To me, I have a Savior that paid a blood sacrifice to one day introduce me to the Creator. And I know him as Yahweh and Yahshua. What anybody else wants to call him or whatever, that should be up to them because they know. you know, Jesus, God, I am, they know. They go by many names, I'm sure. You know, people called me Jimmy, Jimbo, Jim Bob, Jim Boy, and all. But wasn't I the same person? Was I not the same person? But that's who I trust and put my faith in, and will until the day I die. Not the universe or anything like that. I believe in my Lord and Savior Yahshua, and He's going to bring me to Yahweh. And that's just me, my feelings, my truth, my heart. I try to walk that path and live the Ten Commandments and all, and that makes me a lot better person I used to be, and I'm happy with that. If it hurts some people's feelings or gets me trolls or haters, oh well, get over it. Put Jesus in your heart. Then you ain't got to worry about the dumb shit. We have the power right now to make today a good day, a bad day, or just who gives a shit day. It's within each and every one of us. I'm sure you could find something that'd make you really in a good mood and happy today. You might have to work at it, but I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's something that may get in a real bad mood today or whatever. So we have that power, and that's what's cool. Learn to control one's power. Oh, who was it? There was a woman. Was it a woman? And then now I know why they ain't women preachers. There was a woman or something that just made the statement. I see on TikTok or whatnot that God was gay. I guess maybe that's why he's against homosexuality or whatever. But God was gay. I'm like, what? I had to look and make sure it wasn't a Steve Father video. You know what I'm talking about. There's this real Southern black preacher. I like listening to him. Man, he gets on to you. He's a good old guy. He was talking about Kenneth Copeland doing his speaking in tongues. Oh my gosh, that black preacher didn't hold back at all. He'd do the thing that he'd be telling, man, that ain't nothing but the demon talking. That's not speaking in tongues. But woo! That brother got all over Keith Copeland's video. It's funny. I like watching that. But I see that idiot all the time getting on there and his preaching movie. You know he's worth $750 million. Why do we have any homeless people or anything? Kenneth Copeland could solve homelessness. Not have to round them up, put these people in jail, or nothing. Kenneth Copeland could solve homelessness. Just think what he could do if he sold them mansions and houses and jets. Hey, yeah, I will. And hey, there you go. And that's the name you're taught and all. And like you say, it's English. Hey, like I say, I agree with you, Will. You're good on that. They ain't gonna hold that against you. Oh, I've been to a Pentecostal church, and no, it don't sound like old boy. Now, I will say, being a child, being there, and someone all of a sudden speaking in tongue, and a few minutes later, another guy standing up and saying what? Oh, it's a big surprise and all. And to this day, I couldn't tell you whether I think it's fake or not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. Could it be? I guess it could be. But, I've never been filled with the Holy Spirit enough to speak in tongue or to decipher it. But that don't mean it can't be true. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not a Pentecostalist. I don't practice that, whatnot. So I'm not going to say one way or another in case it is. You know what I mean? Oh, I've seen it as a child, and that's why I said, um, yeah. But as an adult, I haven't investigated. I gave you my opinion as a kid. That's one of the reasons that I didn't get into religion, was because I thought, that's just as crazy as can be. And hearing about pastors touching little boys and stuff like that. I guess the Catholic, whatever. So, yeah, I got turned off on religion at a young age, bouncing around foster homes. Uh, uh, uh. No, I think they got the same one. Have you ever spelt dog backwards? Well, I was in and out until I read the book of Enoch, and now I'm on the book of Jubilees, and I'm still learning and stuff. And yeah, I don't think I'm going back out again. But my phone is about ready to burn up, and I'm running out of battery. So I'm going to have to end this shortly. So, any last questions, comments, or concerns before I get out of here, my friends? We can continue this at 7 if you like. Uh, I picked up my phone here. It's pretty dang hot, and I got to charge it while I'm using it. I'm sure that's why it is. Huh, right on. That you travel with them? Right on, Will. Well, that's cool, Will. That's cool. That's cool, Will. Well, hey, I got to get out of here because of my battery. Right on. I knew a kid in Fairburn, South Dakota that could recite the whole damn Bible. He knew it so well. Yeah, yeah. But hey, let's continue this at 7. Like I say, I'm saying my battery's hot as hell. I've got to get off this phone, and it's pretty low. Um, it is really hot, hot. Um, so I'll see everybody at 7. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise. Peace, love. I'm glad I don't have a case for this thing, or it'd be burnt up. Right on. Peace, love, and cannabis for all. One team, one dream. United we stand, and if we try, we can get along, my friends. I love you. My dogs love you, and Jesus loves you. Y'all have a great afternoon. I hope to see y'all back here at 7. And Will, we can continue that then if you like. Thank you so much, and y'all have a blessed, wonderful day, people.